previously learned that matter can be classified into three states: solid, liquid, and gas. But do you know how matter is how can be classified based on its composition? This is a diagram of how matter is classified based on its composition. First, we notice that matter can be classified into two things based on composition. They can either be pure substances or mixtures. A pure substance is when there is just one single element or two or more elements bonded together. So one single element now. You may ask, what does bonded mean? Bonded together means that different molecules and different elements have some kind of relationships. For example, let's take water. Water is an example of a pure substance. Water is made of hydrogen and oxygen. And hydrogen and oxygen have some kind of a relationship or a bond which makes them a pure substance. There can be two types of bonds: chemical bonds and physical bonds. When we say physical bonds, it's not actually a bond. They are just mixed together physically. But when it's a chemical bond, there is a relationship between the two or more elements that are part of the substance. For example, sugar water. The different elements in water have a relationship, and the different elements in sugar have a relationship. But when they are mixed together, there is no change in the relationship. The elements in sugar don't create bonds with the elements in water, which means they are physically mixed together, not chemically. Now, as we discussed, there can be two types of pure substances: elements and compounds. For example, hydrogen is an element, while water is made up of oxygen and hydrogen, which will be a compound. A compound is basically two or more elements that are chemically bonded together, not physically. While an element is when it is not chemically bonded to another element. An element is when when it's on its own, while a compound is when an element has been chemically bonded to another element. When we look at mixtures, there can be two types: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. An example of a homogeneous mixture is sugar water. And an example of heterogeneous mixture would be the salad today you're going to eat for lunch. A homogeneous mixture is when the different elements in the mixture are mixed evenly, which means it has an even composition. The composition is the same throughout. These are substances you generally can't identify as a mixture when you're looking at them with your naked eyes. For example, coffee, air, blood, steel. It all throughout the substance, the composition is the same. It looks all the same, which is why you may not think it's a mixture. These kinds of mixtures are known as homogeneous mixtures. When there's an even distribution. While heterogeneous mixtures are basically your choco chip cookies. Even though your coffee looks uniformly mixed and distributed, you know it's a mixture because it is not made of just some things and they are bonded together chemically. You're just adding them and mixing them. But do you feel the same when you look at your chocolate chip cookie? No. There are chocolate chips that are randomly placed around the cookie, which means it doesn't have an even composition. And you can identify that it's a heterogeneous mixture, just like your salad. If you look at it, you would know that it is not a homogeneous mixture. If it's not a homogeneous mixture, it's a heterogeneous mixture. Now, more examples of hot heterogeneous mixtures would be sandwich, pizza, and burger. For reference, let's just compare these. This is our homogeneous mixture here. While this is a heterogeneous mixture. These are the two types of mixture we notice. In a homogeneous mixture, we see that there is an even composition. You can't really say that it's a mixture. It looks like it's a pure substance because everything looks uniform. A heterogeneous mixture is where you can differentiate the different elements. A salad is one dish you're eating, but there are so many different elements in it, and they all can be differentiated. Another example would be a pizza and your chocolate chip cookie. This is all for this video. In this video, we learned how matter can be classified based on their composition. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like the video, and comment down your thoughts about the video.